Have you ever felt like life is just one punch after another? You try to hold on, to control things, but the tighter you grip, the more it all seems to slip through your fingers. It's exhausting, isn't it? What if I told you there's a different way, a path to finding peace even when everything around you is chaotic? This isn't some new age trend. It's an ancient wisdom from one of the most powerful men who ever lived, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. He wrote, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." And his secret weapon? It was simple, yet profound. When life hurts, stop clinging. Let's unpack this. What does it even mean to cling? Clinging is our desperate attempt to hold on to things as we want them to be. We cling to expectations of how our day should go, how people should treat us, how our career should progress. We cling to past glories and future fantasies. We cling to outcomes we can't control. And when reality doesn't match our tightly held desires, we suffer. It's like trying to hold water in your fist. The harder you squeeze, the faster it escapes. The pain doesn't come from the water itself, but from the futile effort of trying to possess it. Marcus Aurelius, despite being an emperor, faced immense challenges. He dealt with war, political betrayal, personal loss, and even a pandemic. His private journal, which we now know as Meditations, is filled with reminders to himself to let go of what he couldn't control. He understood that our peace of mind isn't found in bending the world to our will, but in bending our will to accept the world as it is. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the core of Stoic philosophy. It's not about being emotionless. It's about choosing where to invest your emotional energy. So, how do we practice this art of not clinging? It starts with a simple, powerful question. Is this within my control? When you're stuck in traffic and fuming about being late, ask yourself that. Is the traffic in your control? No. What is in your control? Your reaction. You can choose to curse and honk, raising your blood pressure, or you can choose to breathe, listen to a podcast, and accept the situation. One path leads to suffering, the other to tranquility. This isn't about giving up. It's about strategic surrender. You surrender the battle you see and win, controlling the external, to focus on the battle you can win, mastering your internal response. Think about a relationship that ended. It's natural to feel pain and grief, but suffering often comes from clinging. We cling to the memories, to the what-ifs, to the person we thought they were. We replay scenarios in our heads, trying to change the past, but the past is outside our control. Marcus Aurelius would advise us to accept the reality of the situation. Acknowledge the pain, learn the lessons, but release the need to hold onto what is gone. By letting go of the attachment to a specific outcome, you free yourself to heal and move forward. The pain is a signal. The clinging is the self-inflicted wound that keeps it from healing. This applies to our ambitions too. We all have goals, and that's great. We should strive and work hard. But we often cling to the outcome so tightly that we attach our entire self-worth to it. If we get the promotion, we're a success. If we don't, we're a failure. This is a recipe for anxiety. A Stoic approach is to focus on the process, on the effort, which is within your control. Do your best work, be a good colleague, prepare for the interview, and then let go. Release your grip on the outcome. Whether you get the job or not is influenced by dozens of factors beyond your control. As Marcus Aurelius put it, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle, not getting the job, can become the path to a new opportunity, a new lesson, a new direction you hadn't considered. One of the biggest things we cling to is the opinion of others. We crave approval and fear judgment. We tailor our actions, our words, even our thoughts to fit what we think others want to see. This is a form of bondage. You're giving away your inner peace to people who, frankly, are probably not thinking about you as much as you think they are. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to be indifferent to fame and criticism. He wrote, "The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do, only what you do. Your character, your integrity, your actions, these are yours. Other people's thoughts are theirs. Stop clinging to their approval. Live according to your own values, and you will find a freedom that no amount of praise can ever give you." So, let's make this practical. How can you start practicing this today? Start small. The next time you feel a surge of frustration, anger, or anxiety, pause. Take a breath. Identify what you're clinging to. Is it an expectation? A desired outcome? Someone else's opinion? Then, consciously ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, practice the art of letting go. Verbally say to yourself, I release this. It might feel silly at first, but it's a powerful mental exercise. You're training your mind to distinguish between what you can change and what you must accept. Another powerful technique is what the Stoics called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This isn't about being pessimistic, it's about being realistic. Before your day begins, take a moment to consider what might go wrong. Your train might be delayed. A colleague might be difficult. You might get a rejection email. By mentally preparing for these possibilities, you rob them of their power to shock and upset you. You're not clinging to the idea of a perfect day. You're accepting that life is unpredictable. When challenges do arise, you're not thrown into chaos. You can look at the situation and say, I prepared for this. This is not outside the realm of what I knew could happen. It removes the sting of surprise and allows you to respond with logic and calm instead of panic. Think of yourself as an archer. A skilled archer does everything in her power to ensure a good shot. She checks the bow, she aligns the arrow, she takes her stance, she controls her breathing, she aims carefully. This is all within her control. But once the arrow leaves the bow, it is no longer in her control. A sudden gust of wind, a slight imperfection in the arrow, a target that moves. These are external factors. A wise archer judges herself not on whether the arrow hits the bullseye, but on the quality of her shot, on the excellence of her process. She clings to her effort, not the outcome. This is how we should approach life. Pour your energy into your actions, your choices, your character, and then release the arrow. Let go of the result. Find satisfaction in doing your part to the best of your ability. Remember, letting go is not a one-time event. It's a continuous practice, a daily discipline. You will have to let go of the same anxieties and expectations over and over again. Be patient with yourself. Every time you consciously choose to release your grip, you are strengthening your muscle of resilience. You are choosing peace over turmoil. You are choosing the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius over the instinctive, painful habit of clinging. Life will always present us with pain. That is a given. But whether that pain turns into prolonged suffering is a choice. A choice that becomes easier every time we remember his timeless advice. When life hurts, stop clinging. What is one thing you're clinging to right now that is outside of your control? Take a moment to identify it. And in the spirit of this philosophy, see if you can loosen your grip just a little bit. The freedom you find might surprise you. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, consider liking this video and subscribing for more insights into ancient wisdom for modern life. See you in the next one.